Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. It's good to see you guys. It's good to see everybody on this Wednesday hump day. Hump day. It's the 28th of August. Summer's, I say it every time we get online, but summer's going. It's coming to an end, and I'm not looking forward to it. But you wouldn't be able to think today with the 95-degree heat we have out there. It is burning up outside. I don't know if it's warm where you guys are, but it's really, really warm in Ohio. So we're going to talk a little Betty today. If I can even get my thoughts together. My dog's back here snoring, and it's so funny because she's making this whistling noise. Mia, she just keeps making it, so it's like it's very distracting. It's very distracting. Hey, Mary Beth, are you off work today? Oh, before we start, okay, don't let me forget. I gotta show you something. Actually, let me do it really quick. Okay, so Cheryl's daughter. Cheryl is a subscriber, member, friend, family member of this channel. She's been with us forever. She has been with me since I pretty much started my YouTube journey. Her daughter, she had her twins, and I have a picture to show you guys. So before we start off with, or we have to deal with like Betty and Betty things, let's look at some cute babies. So I asked her what their names were. She hasn't written me back yet, but, oh wait, hold on. Let's see. Let's see if she got that message. She might not have got that one. Everly and Amelia. Oh my. Okay. Those are beautiful names. I like those. Those are beautiful. Okay, so Everly and Amelia. Oh, those are so pretty. Those are so pretty. So here's her with Mama, the babies and the Mama. Oops, that's kind of zoomed in too much, but not really because you can see the faces. Look at their faces. They're just little itty bitties. Oh, and Mama looks so happy. Mama looks happy. She did, and Cheryl is so proud. I let her know that they were perfect because they are. Look at them. Perfect. And that we were all going to, be here thinking of her. So she may be in, you never know. But welcome in again, everybody. I wanted to show you that picture though. And then she sent me a picture of like her daughter, and I don't know if it's her boyfriend or husband or fiance, but them and then the babies and stuff. It was just too cute. Too cute. Okay, before we get started, I'm actually going to do something really quick because if I don't do it now, I'll forget. Somebody in the chat. It's for somebody, one of you guys. Where is it? How did I lose the message? Oh, here it is. Okay, let me just copy paste this. Sorry, guys. I don't do emails, so I started it and I didn't want to not finish it. So again, welcome in. My name's Tanya or Titania Bill. If you're new to the channel, welcome in. If you're not new to the channel, get the heck out of here. We don't like you anymore. Just kidding. I'm totally kidding. Totally kidding. Welcome back. Hi, Mocking Media. Hey, Mary Beth. Welcome in. Stephanie's here. Shelly's here. This has been a crazy day today already with Bullhorn Betty. Hey, Becca. I love that picture. That is a really cute picture. Hey, we got Stephanie, we got Ashley in here, we got Catherine. Reba, I am so excited about my blanket. I've been thinking of it. I was at Target again looking at blankets. I just look and touch, but I wasn't going to buy. I was just looking and touching. But I'm like, it's blanket season. I'm getting me a new blanket. Vincent better not try to steal it. Hey, DM. Hey, Lenora. He's been taking all the smaller blankets, like our throw blankets. He's been hiding them in places. Hey, Hindsight. Classic One, Lenora, welcome in, Andy. DM's here. Badgered Witness, welcome in, One Shot. Andy. Danielle. I want to say Danielle, like in a way like yelling, but I guess that's kind of how it is. Kelly's in here. Welcome in, guys. It's good to see everybody. Queen, welcome in. Bella, I'm already going through the names, so we might as well just hit them all, huh? Purple Haze. If I missed you, I'm so sorry. Jan, there we go. Look at that. Hey, Granny's watching. Welcome in. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Nina. I don't think I've said all the names out in a while. Hey, Ember. If I forgot you, I'm sorry. Hey, Kelly Bird. Hey, Mike. I blame it on this. I blame it on my vision. Hey, Brandy. I think I got everybody. Wow, it's been a while since we've done that. I think since we went through everyone's name. Well, look at that. I did it. It's kind of hard sometimes for me to go through everyone's name, just because not because there's a lot of people in here, because of my eyesight. I end up skipping over somebody. So our girl Bullhorn Betty's on another day, another plate of bullshit from Bullhorn Betty. I mean, really, that's exactly what it is. And the thing is, she's doing all these things, right? All the things, all the things. And I don't know if her channel is growing because of the hate watchers or what, but y'all can hate watch and not subscribe, or actually just hate watch from another channel. That girl is getting so many views, it's like not funny. Like for what she's providing, I mean, she's literally breaking the law right right in front of us. I mean, yesterday we saw she was at the protest. I think it was yesterday. Was it yesterday before? Monday. She had the protest. Her and her 10 people were there. And at the end of the protest, she says, okay, Craddock, come arrest me now, or something like that. Like just like almost taunting them, like taunting them. She's got some nerve. She really does. Hey, Kelly, hey, Kimberly. She just keeps violating it. I wonder how many times we can count her violating it. Oh, Nina, I don't either until I see that someone is like on, like usually someone will be online, like, playing her video or something. And I'm like, oh, okay, let's go over and look. But I had to take a day off from listening to her voice. Yesterday, I think I was listening to something in the morning. I listened to something in the morning and I was like, okay, I got to exit. I got to exit for a little bit. She's threatening everybody. We're going to watch this new live that she decided to put on today. So this is, and I don't know Justin for all as a creator, like, or as a person or whatever. I don't. I've been on one of his lives, and that was the live when Betty got arrested, and he was on the phone call with the jail. So I was listening in on that because I was obviously, me and the other 3,000 people that were in that chat were curious to know what the hell was going on, right? Because Betty was getting arrested. And I think some of us were like, couldn't believe our ears. Like we were just like, no way she actually, managed to do that. But she did. But I guess in this video, Betty's going to mention like a creator or creators that gained money or monetary, whatever, they got money from their subscribers and it was supposed to go to her bond or bail or whatever. That is so untrue. Betty is a bold-faced liar. I am going to take up for justice for all in this because I'm gonna, when something's done incorrectly, I will address it like that. And he addressed it too. So I guess Betty says some stuff like, Justin raised like thousands of dollars. He made thousands of dollars on that live that night. And I saw his super chats. No, he wasn't making no money like that. And I know exactly where it was when it was brought up about him bailing her out. Somebody in the chat said that. It was either in the chat or he was taking phone calls at the time. But somebody said that to him and he didn't in any way, shape, or form say, I'm going to bail her out. He pretty much was saying the opposite. Like she got herself there to, she got herself there. So I just wanted to let you guys know that because she is saying that. And I'm just like, that's just so wrong. Like I don't really know Justin. I don't really know him. I know him from like Quentin Simon case and stuff like that. But I just thought that was really messed up. So I did comment. This is the first comment I've ever left on his page, but he's probably gonna be like, is she trolling me or something? But I wasn't. I just, I wanted to make sure he knew that I heard that too. I know where it was and he didn't address it. And it's just hilarious to me that Betty thinks actually she's that important that people would put that much money on another subscriber's channel for her. I'm surprised she could get herself out of jail with her own subscribers. That was probably just Sonia putting up all the money, to be honest. Because I would take a whole lot of $2 super chats, to get that much money in that short amount of time. I think somebody put up that money for her. Come get in your bed. Come on. You think I'd have kids around here, but they're just dogs. So let's listen to Bullhorn Betty at her antics. And if it doesn't rain, I might go to the pool after this. They said it might rain. I hope not. Sidebar. I went to the pool yesterday and it was so quiet. Nobody was there. It was so relaxing. And then these 3 kids show up that don't even live here. And like, they were yelling all the words. I was just like so upset. So if I go down to the pool today and they're down there, I'm going live with y'all and you can help me out. And I am going to put her on little speed, we're going to speed her up a little bit. Did she get a new bed? Because, and move her bed, or is she in a hotel room that has this kind of a bed? Like, where is she at? Where is Betty in this? Tony did put up the bail, Granny? Yeah, I figured. He did. I wonder what his wife thought of that. I would be freaking out. I would. Oh, you like electric blankets? Well, Reba's making me a blanket. She made it. She already made it, and it's beautiful. And I can't wait to see it in person.
Happy hump day. Happy hump day. Happy hump day to all of my beautiful people here on social media. I heard everybody was looking for me, all the hate channels.
Betty. Okay, we got at least addressed. Okay, let me put the comment away so you can see it. We got to at least address this. It looks like she's wearing an actual bra. Don't mean to be mean, but it looks like she's wearing one with a little support.
So where's Betty? They think they won. You guys didn't win shit. Let me just be very, very, very clear. You just got a lot of people in a lot of trouble. Sumner County's waking up today and finding just how much trouble they're in. So we've got a lot of corruption.
No, they're not. And Sheriff Craddock signed into office yesterday. I think he woke up this morning with his beautiful wife and children and was feeling on top of the world. He's the sheriff now, man. I don't think he cares about putting you in jail.
Corruption in Sumner County. Absolute corruption. This was malicious, it was willful, and it was intentional. And it was intentional to try to shut down a peaceful assembly of people at 2 separate events. And
okay, who tried to shut down her little voices of protest or whatever it was? The rah shish kumbah thing. Nobody. I never saw anybody trying to take away their 10 signs and their 10 people. And nobody tried to shut down the vigil. Betty, you had a warrant out for your arrest because you're an idiot. That's what happened. And they took you behind the building and they arrested you behind there. I told y'all in here. I've seen someone get arrested inside of a bar one time. They didn't even live in that county anymore. The cops showed up and said, come on. And guess what? It was the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. So that means they didn't see a judge till Monday. And Betty's over here complaining about 22 hours in jail.
At the end of the day, we will not back down. People were trying to say I was going to be arrested. We wanted them to arrest me in front of the sheriff's office yesterday. We had cameras ready, right? They can come out. I even egged them on. Come arrest Bullhorn Betty. We're willing to walk down this thing. They will not break us, and neither will these stupid channels. As I stated, everything is going to, hey guys, it's nice to see you. There's a lot going on. I can tell you that. You see a big old smile on Bullhorn Betty's face today. And we're going to be talking about Sebastian. We're going to be talking about the 15-year-old child that disappeared from his home, inside his home, locked inside with his mother. His mother has lied under oath. I have to think that if she's willing to lie under oath, she's willing to lie just about anything, like why her son's gone, right? It does make you question that.
She didn't lie under oath.
Start looking into
a judge. Okay. He heard Katie and Chris and the Bower Sox' story about how you have been nothing but a headache. Do we need to play the video of her running up on Terry Bowersock again? He went through the light. He was trying to get away from Betty. She was behind him. He has had to stop at the next red light. He just had to. I mean, there was cars stopped. She's the one that got out of her car, ran up on his car with a camera and all the things to say. That's illegal, Betty. Going around the house and stapling flyers when you should know better to electric poles in people's yards. That's not going to do it. That's against the law. You're not allowed to be doing that, Betty. People do have HOA guidelines. She's done nothing but threaten them, say that they are they're responsible for their son's disappearance and murder. She doesn't even say this. She doesn't say that he is somewhere. She is 100% on the fact that Sebastian's dead. And you hear this, and when she talks, you hear it when she talks. The irony is that Seth is a mod in her damn chat, and he's just listening to this. He listens to this. He's cool with this. Because if he wasn't cool with this, he wouldn't be in her chat anymore, saying he supports her. And he'll go to court for her. Can you imagine that? You've got the Bowerstocks. I'm not sure what they did for a living when they were young, but they look like a decent couple, like, presented well. Got the Proudfoots, military background. Then on the other side, you're going to have Seth, ex-sheriff deputy or whatever they call him. I don't even think it's a deputy. I think it's just like a junior deputy. And then an ex-con. Oh, an ex-con. She's still a con.
Sex, right?
I wonder who they would rule for,
And we find out that holy smokes, where there is smoke, there is fire. There is fire. I'm pretty sure Sebastian's mom and stepfather are probably not probably the happiest people this morning. I'd have to say that. If they are happy, they're not going to be for long. So sounds like the FBI wants to, no, the FBI, I think, has went above Sumner County's head. We've been working on, Seth specifically has been working directly with the FBI, working on this right here. As you can tell, Sumner still has no information for the public. They've allowed this case to go cold because they suck at their job, right? Hold on, give me just a second. I will tell you, I would prefer anybody other than Eric Craddock to be investigating my child's missing person case. He does not have the experience. He does not have the training. And actually, I will be calling for that man's resignation very, very, very soon. But that'll be after I dive into their orifices and public record request their asses
Ooh, orifices. What?
Out. And I'm going to say it just like that because I can do a lot. They cannot stop my freedoms of speech. They cannot. They've already violated my constitutional and civil liberty rights.
The First Amendment does not say that you can defame people. Betty.
And I am fighting back. I am fighting back, and I can promise you there are some very pissed off people. Few things I want to say.
You're not really fighting back. You're talking behind a computer screen, and that's all you're doing, Betty, because let's get real with it, right? Let's get real with it, y'all. When it comes down to it, she never showed up for court. She ran from the freaking protection order for days, weeks. She had like 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks she ran from that protection order, guys. Finally got served on the 19th, was supposed to go to court, never showed up. She was served. She knew about court. People were saying, well, she didn't know. Yeah, no, she knew. She knew. The internet told her. Everybody on the internet was talking about it, and she got the paper that said, hey, hello, you're wanted in court. I know. Aren't those names angelic? Everly and Amelia. I love those names.
JLR, Chlamydia, QB, all behind.
Captain Jang and Cars from Wayne's World. Oh my God, I haven't heard that one yet.
Remember that JLR has his team, which Chloe, JS for Justice, all these pieces of shit. And then we have Chlamydia and all her pieces of shit. And then we have Queen Bee.
I can assure you, and just going out on a limb here, but I'm going to assure you that JS for Justice isn't working with JLR. Cheryl, you didn't have to do that. There's Cheryl gifting out 5 memberships. Everybody make sure you tell her congratulations. We looked at them babies. Thank you, Cheryl. I didn't mean to, I meant to go over here. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you so much. And congratulations, Grandma. Or Mama or Nana or Grammy. I don't know what you're going to go by. And if you didn't see the beginning of the live, make sure you go back and check out like the first 2 minutes is when I showed the picture, but maybe like first 4 minutes, but of the babies. Adorable. They're perfect. They're perfect. Let me see.
Okay. Shit. So all these pieces of shit work together to do this. So we know who did all this, okay? We know who the instigators are of this. And you notice Jonathan was not allowed to speak about this case until until me going to jail. And now
He's been speaking on this case, but he speaks on other cases, Betty. Like, he's not like you that sticks on one case like a roach to a piece of cheese. I don't know, I just made that up. But like, literally, he has other cases to cover. He covers all kinds of different content too, weather content, down at the border content. He doesn't want to give you, really, he doesn't want to give you any attention. He just did it when you were in jail because he knew that was his chance to be funny. And that's my own opinion. She's the instigator, yeah. For sure. With Magnolia too, I mean, Magnolia did say something on Twitter. It was real funny when she was arrested, but it was just like cute funny, like compared to what this woman has said about Magnolia. She says her real name in here and everything. Like, I don't know if Magnolia wanted her name out there like that. But Betty thinks it's okay just to be doxing people. And I consider that, I'll consider that a soft dox. If she's out here under Magnolia and she's never been under here under the other name.
He's plastering all these lies back again. He did this intentionally to try to talk about the case because he was losing subscribers, losing viewership, because that's all he cares about is money.
No, he wasn't. No, he's not. No, he was not.
And being the center of attention. He actually, and his stupid people here on social media actually believe Tony was civilly sued. Oh, by the way, Magnolia is not a source, okay? Magnolia is not receipts. Jamie, you are not a receipt, okay?
Right there, see? And no one said she was a receipt.
When you defraud a church, which we've had people defraud churches all over the country, right? We've read about them, we've looked at them, and we've talked about JP Miller, right? You know what the thing is when people defraud a church, they don't get a civil suit, okay? First and foremost, they get handcuffs, okay? They get a criminal action. Why? Because it's a criminal action, not a civil one, okay? Yes, can you after the fact sue them? Yes, you can, but typically through the criminal action.
Did she say that if you try to sue a church, you'll get arrested first? Hold on.
It's the actual suit, right? You are not a receipt, okay? When you defraud a church, which we've had people defraud churches all over the country, right? We've read about them, we've looked at them, and we've talked about JP Miller, right? You know what the thing is when people defraud a church, they don't get a civil suit, okay? First and foremost, they get handcuffs, okay?
Well, obviously they would get handcuffs in that situation, Betty.
Okay, they get a criminal action. Why? Because it's a criminal action, not a civil one.
He probably, maybe he did. Maybe they didn't give him any time. He could have got jail time, but maybe they didn't give him any jail time. And they said, you have to pay this church back the money that you owe.
Okay. Yes. Can you after the fact sue them? Yes, you can. But typically through the criminal action, it's restitution, right? If there's civil penalties thereafter, you can go and get those civil penalties. But that doesn't even make sense to a normal person that somebody would defraud a church and get a civil suit. That doesn't make sense. They lied again. I can tell you that Tony and his beautiful wife, Dana, are some of the sweetest people I think I've ever met. They are, Jenny. They are. They're working. I tried telling you guys that a month ago. They're working directly with Sebastian's mom and stepfather. And it's disgusting to me. It's disgusting what criminal, and I call it a criminal enterprise because that's exactly what it is. It is a criminal enterprise that is working overtime to try to stifle some information. But the FBI has had enough of it, and they decided to come to the plate with some real money, which, if you guys remember, Sumner County did not want. Right? They didn't want a reward. They didn't want, tough titty said the kitty, right? And I'm not going to get into the POS, Detective Lisa Byington, which makes me wonder how many people has she unlawfully arrested? If she's willing to do what she did to me, how many others are there in Sumner County that doesn't have the platform or the ability to defend themselves, such as myself? I don't know. I'm definitely looking into her. She's under investigation for Bullhorn Betty, right? Because Bullhorn Betty is about to dive all up in her orifices. I'm going to be reaching out to cases and attorneys.
I'm saying orifices.
I'm going to be reaching out to cases and attorneys and letting them know what this lady has done to me. So maybe they can, what she's done to me might be able to help their clients. And I will absolutely be doing that. There's not a damn thing they can do about it. Sumner County can kiss my white breaded ass. That's what they can do. But as far as them stopping Bullhorn Betty, they stopped absolutely nothing. And that's why I was there at the Gathering of Voices. Was it, we needed 10 people. We had anywhere between 10 and 15 people there. That was perfect. Remember, I said 10, 20. So we found right in the middle of that, even with all this stuff going on. That in and of itself is a blessing. That there was at least that many people that was willing to show up, not knowing if they were going to be arrested. It's pretty sad that you go into a county and you go into it and do everything lawfully, right? Everything lawfully, and you can still be arrested. And these freak shows out here, and I'm going to call them that, don't understand the law.
Freak
and they're like,
shows.
oh my God, she's arrested. We got her. Baby, that's short-lived. It's short-lived. I tried telling you guys this. You guys didn't want to believe me. I go through the process and you don't see.
I figured she'd be out on Monday morning, to be honest. But she did have people that would bail her out.
Me arguing with law enforcement. They got to do what they have to do, and I'm going to do what I have to do. I can promise you that.
Now, was that $1,250 that she got off that live that one day, that one live that she was like so happy about for her attorney that she didn't have at the time? Was that part of the money? Did that money go towards her bail, or did Tony pay the full $2,000 and she give him one of those, Dumb and Dumber IOUs? Better keep a hold of that one. That one's important. One of those deals. Little on a piece of paper.
But these piece of shit parents are not going to win.
If you think about all the things if you think about the 3 parents separately, just think about this for a minute. 3 parents separately. Let's think of Chris separately, then Katie separately, then Chris, and then Seth, separately. Who, in your opinion, and don't yell right in chat, I'm just asking as a question. Just think about this and think about it. If it takes a while, it takes a while, sometimes you have to really think about things. Who's been the most shittiest with like information and bringing out stuff on the intranet that doesn't belong? Real shitty things like SA, happen to wear, diapers, not wearing diapers in my house. I don't know. I don't think it was Katie. Don't think she was a shitty person. I mean, according to their the day before, they were out running errands, bowling that weekend. They went to BJ's that weekend. They went out to eat that weekend. Chris, he was helping them with the learn how to like the big like bobcats and stuff that people use when they're building homes. He was like really interested in that, and he was teaching Sebastian about that. Seth, he can go to Seth's house, it seems like, and play video games. I don't know. I just think when it comes to this case, she's hanging out with the group that's been the shittiest.
You don't lie under oath, get somebody thrown in jail, and think that there are no consequences to that. There are some massive consequences to that. And to think that a judge has the right to constrain my voice on matters that involve me, with these 2 people, my life, now you're telling me I can't talk about my life? You can get bent with that garbage.
Like, do we just clip this whole video and just send this in and say, please arrest her? I mean, seriously, I'm sorry, but this is stupid. Now you're threatening the judge.
You can get bent with that garbage real quick.
And don't say get bent. You're too old to say that, Betty. I don't even say get bent.
I don't give a rat's ass who this judge is. You cannot do that. This is America, and I have constitutional freedoms. I have civil liberties that they cannot step on, which they did. And I guarantee they won't do it again. I can guarantee that. Katie, call 911. Just said your first name. Oh, good gracious. Oh, good gracious. I'm back in Florida. I will be going down this road. And I can tell you that there was a lot of waves. Not only that, but they got the attention of the FBI with this nonsense, that whole county. That's what I can tell you. That's not a good.
If you guys missed it last night on the live, we watched a video and it goes over it's a news agency, and it goes over all of their clips, right? Throughout the whole 6 months of looking for Sebastian. And it shows you it's right in front of your face. If you watch it, you will see the decline in people from the start of this case until Tony Mathis hit this case and afterwards, and with Betty. There were They had that light up the night or whatever it was with all the students in front of the Beechwood High School. All the students came out with their parents to support Sebastian. They all wore green. There was like, I don't know, 100 people there. They had the bike rally. There was over 100 people there, I would say, at that bike rally, the first one they had, that was right when Tony Mathis hit. And that's when after all that, that's when everybody scattered like little roaches. I don't know why I keep using that word, but and then Betty's the ultimate roach. I mean, sorry, she ain't ever going to go anywhere. I feel like atomic bomb can't take her out.
Look for Eric Craddock that wants to be the next sheriff. As a matter of fact, Eric Craddock, if you're watching this, I will be demanding your resignation. You didn't see what I did to the
That's
chief of
awesome.
police in Chatham County. That man's no longer working. They gave him the opportunity to
They need to
serve out his term. To serve out his term. I did it diplomatically, did it all behind the scenes, and that man is no longer the chief of police of Chatham County. What do you think I'm going to do to you after you arrested me? He just constrained my voice and tried to put up some signs for no loitering in the wrong area. I can tell you, Eric Craddock,
What?
You're on borrowed time. Whoever it is who arrested me behind the scenes, and that man is no longer the chief of police of Chatham County. What do you think I'm going to do to you after you arrested me?
She had nothing to do with anything in Chatham County. What is she trying to say? That's where Simon. Okay, no, back that shit up, because I know this case, and you went out there and you did a protest on a day there was nobody even there. I think it was on a Monday, and they were closed that day for a holiday. So you ended up protesting to nobody but your dang self.
County. That man's no longer working on this road, and I can tell you that there was a lot of waves. Not only that, but they got the attention of the FBI with this nonsense. That whole county. That's what I can tell you.
Because of the state of the remains that he was in, and the FBI was already involved in the case, but they did have to use the FBI's facilities in order to do their testing. Betty, nobody was looking in on the police department because of you. Oh my God, everyone's corrupt. They're all corrupt. Everyone's corrupt. All police agencies corrupt. Corruption. I'm gonna start saying that. Anytime something happens, I'm gonna say corruption. Corruption. Thank you, Just Jada. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you for that. It's very sweet. Thank you. Tony Lee said, I heard someone already sent this in. That's so funny. Oh, that's a bad look, Betty.
Yeah. That's not a good look for Eric Craddock.
It's not a good look for you. Where is she anyway? This looks like a hotel, but I've never seen a hotel bed like that before. And the pillowcases are like a red, but the picture and stuff looks like one. But no, there's a light here in the reflection. I don't know. Where's she at? Where's she hiding?
The next sheriff. As a matter of fact, Eric Craddock, if you're watching this, I will be demanding your resignation. You didn't see what I did to the chief of police in Chatham County. That man's no longer working. They gave him the opportunity to serve out his term. To serve out his term. I did it diplomatically, did it all behind the scenes, and that man is no longer the chief of police of Chatham.
They gave him the option to serve out his term or retire early? Maybe that's what it was, because of all the shit that he did, because he went through 1.2 million pounds of trash looking for a kid for 6 weeks. Maybe the guy actually had to resign because of PTSD, Betty. Maybe that's what it is. Going home every night smelling like garbage.
Chatham County. What do you think I'm going to do to you after you arrested me? He just constrained my voice and tried to put up some signs for no loitering in the wrong area. I can tell you, Eric Craddock, you're on borrowed time.
No one put up signs about you.
Whoever it is, I'm a conservative, true and blue conservative.
You're too
and
slow.
At this point, I'm willing to bend my rule of a down ticket. I will support a Democrat over your sorry ass. I will tell you that right now. And trust me, I've got more backbone than you'll ever have, sir. You tried to shut down my lawful assembly.
She makes me not even want to like Trump. I ain't even kidding.
Bad move. We're going to start piggybacking on every vigil that Seth does. Well, great.
You're going to be piggybacking off of it?
Not as unhinged as waiting 5 days just to make that snarky comment. That's pretty unhinged. Just saying.
These are, I think, your own people making these comments because they're realizing you're coming unhinged.
You guys just don't like it when you lose. You think you won. No, you won a small little battle. I'm about to win the damn war. So I'm done.
Will you be at the hearing tomorrow for Chris? I'm going to say no. And then she's going to have another warrant out for her arrest.
I never wanted the reward. So did you guys know that that news reporters went out there to ask them about the $50,000? Do you know that? And they said,
and they said no comment. Yeah, they did, because they don't need to make a comment about nothing. They're trying to be quiet, unlike Seth.
Comment. They didn't even thank the people, the FBI or anything for raising it. And because she was down the road, I bet you they told him.
No, because you know what? I bet you Katie and Chris already tried to say, can we do a reward? And cops told them, no, don't put up a reward. So for the last 6 months, they didn't put up a reward for their child. And now all of a sudden the FBI comes out and they put out $50,000 as a reward. I would take that almost as an insult. I'm sorry, but I would.
Told her to get off their property, right? Get off their property.
They didn't say that. They didn't say that. It was a phone call.
They lied. They think nobody knows nothing. Nobody knows nothing. Get on the phone. Better call 911. Good gracious. Good gracious. A lady from Florida that's never seen your face before is some kind of threat. Good gracious. I'm over it. Sumner County Sheriff can just kiss Bullhorn Betty's ass. And if my attorney has a problem with it, oh well. You hear that, Eric Craddock? You hear that, Detective Lisa Byington? Corrupt AF. The problem is you don't take a national case and show your corruption in the face of the public. Because not only are you getting national spotlight, now you're getting the attention of the FBI.
Exactly.
And I can guarantee the FBI is going to be all up in the orifices.
That's the thing. Okay, orifices has been said 3 times now. Did she learn a new word today? Betty, just a word of advice. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. Shut up. Shut up. Betty, shut up. Bad girl. Betty, bad girl. Do we need to spray water on her every time she goes live and say that? I'm trying to help you here. I'm trying to help you. Shut up. The more you talk, the more likely, I think you're already going to get arrested. I think she'll probably get arrested when she goes to court tomorrow. If she does go to court, they probably won't even have the hearing. They'll probably, well, they will. They'll probably just have her in cuffs after it's done. Oh, that would be glorious.
Of Sumner County after this nonsense here. I think they came out very powerful.
Hey, maybe Chris is like when his RO goes through, or PO, whatever you want to call it, maybe that'll break her back, like the camel's back, and she'll go nuts in the courtroom. Oh, I wish we could videotape.
I can tell you that. They came out very powerful with a punch. $50K. It couldn't have come on such a better day. We've been praying for help. We've been asking for help. And finally, help is here. And Sumner County can't say, no reward. We don't want a reward. We don't want this. We don't want that, right? They can't do that anymore because why? The FBI just ponied it up. And they ponied up not a $2,500 measly thing. They came out with a punch. $50,000. Sumner County allowed this case to get cold. They failed to follow the right guidelines when investigating this case out the gate.
What did they fail to do?
It is.
They had people searching for the second that their boots touched that ground. They were out searching. We heard the first 11 hours.
It is crazy. It is crazy. But I also know very good, clear, and well the Constitution, right? I'm a constitutionalist. I believe the Constitution.
You don't know anything about it.
Even though I realize that many people don't apply it that way. Either way, I've done nothing wrong. Me having hashtags and stating I'm going to sue someone is not a threat of any kind of bodily injury or harm.
The judge said you're not allowed to talk about them on any third-party site. You are not allowed to mention them. None of it. Say their name. None of that, Betty, and that's what you're doing.
It's not a direct threat.
Oh, and your community tab post with your Sebastian crap, no one's falling for it. We all see your bullshit, and I know the judge will too.
It's not even me reaching out to them. Let's go through this process. This is my channel, okay? You do not get contacted or notified unless you are a subscriber on this channel. So if they're seeing what's going on my channel, they're willfully coming over here to watch it. That's not me contacting them. That's them willfully wanting to know what I'm saying on my channel. They can't sit.
That could be them just scrolling through their For You page and seeing you with Katie with blood coming out of her chest or something, and the freaking AI generated bull crap you put as your freaking thumbnails. Come on, be better, do better. Don't let AI do all your work.
There and say that I'm contacting them in any way, which is what they tried to do. They tried to somehow say hashtags is a way of contacting. I can tell you, I can put any hashtag I want. I can put Donna B right in a hashtag, and I can promise you, unless she's a subscriber here, she's not going to get notified of that. She's not going to get notified of that. Yes, please keep hitting all these trolls. We got it on 5 days. We got it on 5 days. We can get all these idiots out of here. and they try to call me unhinged. Well, I'm not the idiot that sits here and watches somebody I don't like and waits 5 days to say boo, right? You're an idiot. We also found some very interesting information while we were there, and that has been reported. I can't go into those details, nor will I. But I can say that today I feel a lot more confident than any other day because well, first of all, I wanted to get the hell out of Dodge, right? I really don't care what they did. I really don't care what they do. You guys saw I showed up. You know why? Because that's called strength.
Strength.
Sometimes things get a little dicey and a little tricky. But again, I know
it's called stubbornness, Betty. You're being stubborn.
My laws. I know my rights. I know Tennessee laws, and I know.
And you shouldn't be. This shouldn't be about you. This should be about Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. But you failed to remember what case you're even working or covering or trying to cover.
For a fact, I did not break not one freaking law. The only people that have broke laws in their county is the police there, the sheriff's department, as well as the parents of this boy. I will be coming out and speaking directly to the parents of this boy, probably in the next few days, because at that point, I'm not going to worry. So,
what'd she just say?
So they're the sheriff's department, as well as the parents of this boy.
Hold on.
That's called strength. Sometimes things get a little dicey and a little tricky. But again, I know my laws. I know my rights. I know Tennessee laws. And I know for a fact I did not break not one freaking law. The only people that have broke laws in their county is the police there, the sheriff's department, as well as the parents of this boy. I will be coming out and speaking directly to the parents of this boy, probably in the next few days.
Is she serious? Is she for real right now? Would someone go arrest her? She's going to be in a couple of days because after she gets her other PO from Chris? It's craziness. Also, no, we do 2 lives a day. Man. Betty, I quit talking on you a long time ago because I thought you was doing better. Since Idaho. I made one video on you in Idaho because I said, why is she here? You can go back in my shorts and look if you want. This ain't my first time dealing with Betty.
Because at that point,
she's just freaking, at this point, so unhinged when it comes to this case. I'm afraid she's going to do something to one of these parents.
I'm not going to worry. So, we are, and
including Seth. Watch Seth turn on her or something.
And we're not going to back down. All they did was take somebody that was a docile lap cat and turn them into a lion. So the next time we're out there, hey, they don't have a problem locking innocent people up. We're going to be demanding them lock the criminals up. Lock the criminals up. That is going to be our drumbeat. Clear Seth and lock the criminals up. Because let's face it, these people lied under oath. That is a crime. They lied under oath, which resulted in an arrest and unlawful detainment of a human being. Again, a crime. So hopefully when everything is said and done, the judge, we'll see what the judge does. We'll see what the judge does. But I'm okay. I'm still talking about the case. And I'm still free. I'm still free. Hey, Lisa, I'm waiting for the next arrest warrant. Lisa, when are you going to violate my constitutional rights again? Lisa, when are you going to violate my civil liberties again? Mr. Craddock, Miss Byington? You want to keep going? How much did this skit just cost your taxpayers? That's what I'd like to know. We're about to find out. We know it cost them a lot of taxpayer money to have to drive an hour away to pick my ass up in the middle of the night. So, hey guys, I would say hi to all of you, but we have almost 1,000. We only have 132 likes in this. We want to get those up. If you guys have not liked this, all you got to do is just exit back ever so slightly and hit a thumbs up. I think at the bottom, is that what you do? I don't know. They have a way of doing it on another one. I can't remember what it is. And don't forget, we have coffee cups and stuff that you guys can purchase directly from the coffee club. Sonia's got shirts. This is a shirt that one of our subscribers sent me. I run on coffee and true crime. And, it's pretty much true. Coffee and true crime, right? One of our biggest cases.
Why is that everybody's shirts? Everybody that has merch in true crime has that. I run on coffee and true crime. No. Over here, we got to make it better. Like, I run on gummies in true crime, or I run on Jim Beam in true crime. I don't know, something cool.
Cases right now is the Sebastian Rogers case, and he disappeared from his home. It is a public case. There's not a judge in this country that can prevent me talking about a public case, and that's what they tried to do. And I don't know what's even in that order, nor do I care at this point, because if it was able to do all this, I can tell you the order on its face, even if I was in default, was unconstitutional. What they did was absolutely unconstitutional. I will tell you, I've reached out to the ACLU today. I'm not sure if they will be calling me back or anything like that, but I'm definitely reaching out to their local ACLU. I heard that they're a very active organization in that community, and seeing how we're tired of the corruption in this country. I'm part of the drain that swamp, mindset. I'm from we treat everybody equally. We don't have rules for one and rules for the other. This is 2024. This should not be where like I feel truly, and this is how I feel, and I'm going to say it from the rooftops. I believe if we'll be nice. If Sebastian's parents, just for another day, if Sebastian's parents were Black, I bet you both of them would be in jail right now. The mom and the stepfather, if they were Black. I truly believe that. In that county, absolutely, 100%. And you guys know how I feel about that. I think it's disgusting. And again, I'll be calling publicly for Eric Craddock's resignation over this.
I can't wait.
And I will be using.
I can't wait to see that. I wonder how many people are going to show up for that one. Like people, especially people that live in that community. Like if they don't live in that community, get the hell out of our community, right? That's what they're going to say. But she's not going to get anybody from the community to go down there and rally with her.
My contacts in mainstream media, national news. I will be.
Your contacts in national news and mainstream media. Name one. Name one.
I'm pulling out all the stops for this garbage wannabe sheriff. He needs better training. That man has no business running any type of county department. He needs to be a meter maid. Eric Craddock, did you hear me? You need to be a meter maid. Okay. So I hope.
Actually, I think he's going to make a fine sheriff. Fine sheriff.
Somebody clips this and sends this.
He keeps things tight to the vest. He does not get. We don't have the right to know the shit. We don't have a right to know. I know. I've said this before. I'll say it again. I hate when people like her or anybody expects an officer to get up from what they're doing if they're investigating a case and to come out and speak on a microphone and tell us what they've got. No, if they have time, sure, great, thank you. But if you're investigating, keep on investigating. We'll find out. We'll find out when we find out.
The detective and Eric Craddock. So this is not going to be a very pretty situation. What they did is wrong, and I have a mouth, and I'm going to use it as such. We had news out there, and it sucked because I had to leave in the middle of the gathering of voices to go to my attorney's office. That would have been much better. We would have had more sign waving at the street. We would have had, more participation. Had this situation happen, they intentionally and willfully tried to silence constitutional activities. That makes
she's blaming. So she's blaming them for her shitty protest. No, Betty, that was all you. Boo, 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 boo. That was all you, Betty. Nobody wanted to come and hang with you. You just got out of jail. You probably smelled like Delight shampoo.
Criminals that they are arresting. Period. So now that they've done this to me, I hope they can handle it when I, the effery, when I give it right back. Because right now we're going to be in every orifice of Sumner County.
Okay, that's the fourth time she said the orifices. Why does she keep saying it? Who gave her a? She was in jail. That's what it is. She probably read the dictionary when she was in jail.
Every orifice. We're going to be doing records requests. I'm getting into their financials. I'm going to be getting into. Didn't you?
I hope you do. I hope you do go and get into their financials, Betty. I hope you see how much money they have, and then I hope they have a lot of money. I hope they have a lot of money, and I hope that you try to take them to court. You're going to lose. And then what I hope is they countersue your ass and they take your home from you. Just take it. Sorry, Betty. Better put a trailer on the lot. Better get one. Better get like a camper. Maybe one of like those vans that you can stay in so you can drive it off the lot, because they're going to sue the crap out of you, Betty. You ain't gonna have nothing left.
I've already been arrested. Yes.
Oh, she's already been arrested. So what else? Oh my. I know that if you get arrested, I know a lot of people get arrested again, right? But they normally try to act good for at least a week, right? I mean, she didn't even give us a minute.
On a $20,000 bond, I heard people raise money. I've never received one dime of that. The money that was raised for the benefit of me could have went toward paying back some of the people that ponied up such large contributions for not only my attorney but also my bail. but it doesn't sound like
Oh,
that's
thank
going to happen.
you.
So I don't know if you guys had supported those efforts, but I can tell you not one dime from those efforts has been provided to me. That's all I can say. So maybe you guys, whoever has donated, you might want to check on that. That's all I got to say. I don't know what channels were running them. I can just
Oh,
say that the
yeah.
only contributions I got were from people here on this channel. So,
Catherine, you're right. But you know what else? You know what I just thought of? What? You know, the squatting laws in Florida are like, you know, it's hard to get a squatter out of your home. What if, and I don't have to look up the laws. I don't know the laws, but what if Betty was like, let's just say Betty's on the road. What if somebody were to squat in her home? Like how long do they have to be squatting in her home before, you know, they can't be evicted? Because you know how it takes like 6 months to evict them? I'm just getting ideas. I might need a summer home in Florida. You know, you never know. Come back, I'm like the three bears or whatever, you know what I'm talking about? Getting in the beds. This one's just right, the one with the crowns.
so it would definitely be beneficial for you to definitely question what happened to that money. I'm disappointed in the legal system there. You know what? It exposed a lot. They did it to the wrong, because I have such a national platform and a worldwide platform that they did it, you know, really to the wrong person, because now it just shines every time they push. It just shines more and more light on the
Your stupidity.
awful practices of the Sumner County. And if they can do this to me, which I'm very well aware of my laws, my rights while I'm in the state of Tennessee and abroad, right? I mean, the basic rights of our Constitution, our U.S. Constitution, which has to be applied in all states. So first and foremost, they violated that. But with me, that was wrong, because now it put a spotlight right on them. How many more other people have they done this type of stuff to in their own community? That is the bigger question, because you know I'm a law and order person.
Nobody.
So I want to know how many times this sheriff and this sheriff body has violated the rights of their own constituents in their own county, because they had no problem doing it publicly, which I'm still just in shock. I keep thinking that the state attorney and the judge are probably got to be pretty pissed off this morning after finding out what happened, because it's a clear violation of law.
I want to know where she's at. Whose bed is this, Betty? And why are you in the bed again? Why you always got to be in the bed? I mean, I love in my bed. I love my bed. I love my side of the bed. It's my comfort spot. I love it so much. But like, and I'd probably stream from there maybe. But like, every day.
He violated the law, the sheriff's office. I want to make that clear. I think Detective Lisa probably knows that. Don't you, Miss Lisa? You didn't care, right? You didn't care. Well, all you did was piss me off, and I can guarantee you, the next gathering of voices is going to be larger, and the next gathering of voices after that are even going to be larger. You don't get to silence me in America. Let me be very clear on that. It's going to be 100 degrees today in Kentucky. Oh, I bet. I think Terry was stalking you on your. He was. We've got literally, because you guys know my camera points back at me, so everything out of my back rear view mirror was captured. That's how we saw him pull up. Yeah, they went off their hurt feelings. Not
In my opinion, she was there. She saw Terry getting in his vehicle. She knew the route that he would have to take out of that place to get out. And that's why she parked where she did, because she knew he would have to go past her car. So it would look like he was following her at first, right? Sticking with me? That's what I think she did. Then I think he probably was driving behind her and saw her vehicle and then saw that Florida plate and knew she was going to be in town and was like, oh, that's her. Maybe went to go get that. Maybe he did get a picture of the license plate. I don't know. We didn't see that part. That's when she jumped out of the car and was yelling. That was when she was hollering out the window. I'm sorry. She didn't jump out of the car that time, or not at that point. And then they got up to the stop sign, and he was at the stop sign in front of her, just trying to get away from her. And that's when she stopped and jumped out and went to his car.
They're gonna have to pay for that. Why is she even here? She's still. Shake my head. Go with TT with the BS. I don't know what you're saying, Ashley Hazel Eyes. So you need to be a little clearer. I didn't quite get that. Hit the thumbs up. Absolutely hit that thumbs up. I went to jail for freedom of speech. I want to make sure that's clear to everybody. Over hashtags. Not because I was violent, not because I went around them. I was literally driving out of Florida. I was hundreds of miles away from them. And they tried to restrain my constitutional rights. That's a bad look. It's a bad look. It really shows that these people aren't working for Sebastian. They're working to cover up something else. And I'm going to call it cover up, because they haven't produced anything to prove to me that they're not. All I know is they willfully did not follow directives in missing person cases put out by the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. They willfully did not do any type of fingerprintings that morning. So why are they making all these these mistakes that we as private citizen look and say, why wouldn't they do that? But they're law enforcement that deals with law enforcement. This is their job. And they chose not to do it. They chose not to do it. They screwed up this case. Nick Barris was out there and wanted to talk to me. I told him absolutely not. I will not talk to Nick Barris.
He probably didn't want to talk to her.
He went up to
And if he did, he wanted to just do it so he could have the story about her being a con or a fraud and a jailbird.
Tony and asked him for a comment. Tony would not talk to him. Nick, don't approach me. I don't like you. I don't like your wannabe investigative. I don't like you sucking, the knob of Eric Craddock. Okay, and that's what you're doing.
That's what, Betty. Why is everything so sexual with these people? Why? Why is it? Why is everything? You just made my dog leave the bedroom or the studio. She's like, I'm out of here. Man, she's coming back now. Great. She keeps walking around.
Don't ever walk up to me, talk to me. I got no comment for you. You
don't worry, he won't.
No, my comment is no comment. So just go ahead and put that on into your report. I tried to ask Bullhorn Betty, but it's no comment. All right, because I will never, ever, ever give you a comment or the time of day again, ever in a million years. That's the power I hold for being an armchair detective, asshole. Why are they bothering you so much? I don't understand. Because they tried to shut down a peaceful assembly of people that were coming together for Sebastian Rogers. That's why. That's why. Because all these hate channels blew their phones up and said I was a rioter and I'm coming to riot in their county, and they believed them because they're fucking idiots. Excuse my language, my preachers and pastors in here.
No.
So I can tell you.
They thought you were going to protest with your damn bullhorn. It's been, Betty, we've seen this before.
That if I didn't think Nick Barris was a creep before, I can tell you after seeing him in the flesh and watching his body language, I think he's a creep. Just my personal opinion. He might file a restraining order against me next. Who knows? From Florida.
Eric Craddock, she thinks is a creep. I think he's adorable. I think he's a man's man. In my opinion, I mean, I've only seen a couple interviews with him. But I did see when he was signing in to be sheriff that his wife was there. Beautiful wife, beautiful family, beautiful, unlike Betty, all alone. Betty, can you reflect a little? If you're 44 and look at you, you're in a bed with a t-shirt that says, I run on coffee and true crime, talking about your ex and his new girlfriend for the umpteenth time, ruining the chance of anybody wanting to talk about Sebastian Rogers anymore, because, I mean, this is just getting old with you. Personally, your voice is really getting on my nerves. But yeah, Betty, there's just a lot. There's a lot going on with you. You need to reevaluate what you're doing here.
Because I think he's a creep.
Don't even talk about your personality.
You're just getting close to the truth. And they're not going to stop me. And they can't stop me. I'm a video journalist, and they arrested me for videotaping.
She's not a journalist. She's not.
I don't know what kind of idiots they are, but clearly they don't have good common sense.
Thank you, Blazer.
They're just trying their best to scare me. Well, all they did was piss me off and make me want to stand right out there and egg them on to come arrest me again. They don't know me too well. I have told you guys over and over again, I don't do well with intimidation. Now, if that does not show you I do not do well with intimidation, they arrested me, I got out of jail, and I went right in front of their court, or right in front of their office, and screamed that boy's name.
She doesn't like to be told no. There's a difference, Betty. That's what it is. You don't like to be told no. You must never been told no when you were a kid. I wasn't going to play her video of when she was like 200 and some pounds, and her and her husband at the time got into it, and she's all drunk and sloppy, but I might have to now. I might have to play that body cam, because we might have to go back to that time when Betty was, the beginning of her unhingedness.
And egg them on to arrest me again. Now, if that's not some damn balls, I don't know what is. I can tell you those little hate channels would never do anything like that because they ain't got none. They're idiots. All they've got is bullying and keyboard warriors. JLR is a piece of shit. Okay? He's a piece of shit that is hurting people maliciously. Maliciously. That man is lying about everything. He couldn't talk about that case until I was arrested, and now he's running almost every day with his garbage. Well, let me tell you something. After this, if he doesn't think I'm going to turn all this around, I already threatened to sue him, and I chose not to because he stopped talking about the case. I sent him literally a letter of intent to sue, and he stopped talking about it because the only
He didn't stop talking about it. He would not even Betty, this is JLR you're talking about here. Sue him. Sue him. Try.
Reason why he's hurting these people is because of me, and that's what's going into my complaint. But if you don't think I'm coming after JLR, you've got another thing coming. I am suing the fuck out of him. Again, sorry, pastors, I know you don't like this.
No pastor's watching her channel. She doesn't even go to church. We see her on Sunday all the time.
And when I'm done with him, he can pony up all that money he's just collected for all these cases and lying about these cases, and he can go ahead and hand them to me because that's where his money's about to go. Jamie, I'm about to school your boyfriend. They did this.
No one.
They did this. And what JLR did after this to try to further ruin me, he can kiss my white breaded ass. He thought I was a security threat before. Every time I see that man, I'm going to call him a felon to his face. Ask him when he's planning on having his mommy and daddy arrested again. And I'm wearing, anytime I see that man, I am wearing my shirt that says, oh, by the way, Jamie, not only does she lie, did you know that Jamie, his girlfriend, actually accused somebody of sexual assault that did not sexually assault her? Did you guys know that? That she literally...
I've never heard that. And yeah, so don't believe anything Betty says. Betty, you've been arrested 44 times. Come on now, Betty. Don't be going after Magnolia just because your feelings are hurt and you're in your fifis and you're 44 and you thought JLR was the one and JLR broke up with you because he probably didn't even know you all were dating and he got away from you. And now you're like, oh my gosh, I'm 44 and I have nobody. And look at my personality. It sucks. So I'm never going to have anybody unless I change my personality and my looks, because you're really ugly on the outside because you're really ugly on the inside and it's starting to come out on the outside of you. That ugliness, if you're ugly on the inside, it'll start to come out on the outside. It'll look like scars. It'll look like wounds. It'll look like pain. It'll look like black under your eyes because you're tired. You'll lose your hair. That is a sign of stress.
In the court's eyes, a big old fat liar. And every time he wants to confirm his information, who does he call? His big old fat liar, the hippopotamus, right? And says, oh my gosh, tell me about this. Oh yeah, we have confirmed. No, we don't want to hear your bitch on the other end of the phone. We want to see the receipt you got, right? You just accused a man of,
Betty
accused a man of defrauding a church and didn't produce one scintilla of proof to support that other than a call to your fat girlfriend.
No, he did. He provided receipts. I've actually seen them myself. I looked him up on the Missouri website myself. Oh,
her real name,
right,
Jamie.
when this happened before this, whenever JLR brought this out like a while back, I remember looking because there's two Tony Mathises. There's one Tony Lee Mathis and one Tony no middle name Mathis.
Her real name's Jamie. Miss Phillips is a piece of garbage that lies a lot, and he does that intentionally. So, he calls before he used to post. Remember, I told you guys how he would post stuff on all these Facebook posts under his troll accounts, and then he'd be like, "Oh, look at this." Well, now he can't do that because I called him out. Now you guys are well aware of what he does. So now it's, "Oh, I gotta call Jamie, right? Hey, Jamie. Oh, sorry, Magnolia. What did you find out?" Right? He's a fat liar, and he doesn't do this for every case. He does it specifically for this case. Why does he have so much wrong in this case? Why is he hell bent on destroying Seth and destroying Tony? You know why? Because they're working with me, his ex. So all of this stuff he's doing to them is because of me, and so that I can take him to court for. That I can take him to court for.
No, it's not.
Everything he's done to them to me because he's doing it.
Because he's doing what he does all the time. JLR reports on cases. He doesn't report on the same case day in and day out. So you're not going to see him like that, Betty. You know what I mean? Because he has other cases he covers. I mean, he was covering a case today. I haven't even heard of the people before. Someone else yesterday hadn't even heard of the people before. What are you talking about, Betty? Just because you ride hard on one case doesn't mean everyone does. Well, there's a couple people that do, but maybe that's your group of people, Betty. Maybe you have a group. Maybe you have a secret group. Oh, wait, you do, but they're not so secret.
Because of me. And so now, JLR, you poke the bear, big boy. You poke the bear. I'll see you real soon. Actually, the sheriff will see you real soon. You better run out of the country or run out of the state and cover another story because there's going to be a knock at your door serving you with some papers, brother. And then I'm going to pull you out of your comfort zone. I actually have noticed this. It's clear. He reports nothing.
Oh. Why does that sound like she was mad? Like, then you'll get ripped out of your comfort zone, as in meaning like she got ripped out of her comfort zone when she went to jail.
It's lame report because he got none. Nobody wants to work with him. Nobody wants to work with any of them. Who the hell wants, this is the calling card. We're going to show the whole world what they're willing to do. Little by slow. You guys are watching it in real life, in real time. This is going to be captured for the long run. This will be used against Chloe. This will be used against Jamie. This will be used against Jonathan. This will be used against Steve. This will be used against all of them because this is the calling card. If you don't work with them, look.
Leave Steve out of it. He's not a part of that group.
What they're willing
maybe she means Steve Fisher. Sorry.
To do. You stay clear of these people. You do not bring them into cases. The FBI warns people when JLR comes into town. Do you know that? The FBI. They know about him. They watch him like a hawk when he's in these cases. That's pretty bad. You know why? Because he's a 3-time federal felon.
Remember when she had that group of people? Yeah, she had like Mary Golightly, or Mary. Molly Golightly, sorry. I don't know why that made me laugh so hard. Molly Golightly, Justin for All, JLR, Dolly. And she hasn't said one word. I have not heard her say anything about Dolly. And let you guys know a little update on Dolly. I did hear that he's in a regular room now. So now he has plenty of more nurses to be torturing. I'm just kidding. No, he's probably teasing them so bad, but he's in a regular room now. So that's good news for Dolly. But she did, and Olivia was one. She had this little group of people she had, right? Now look at her. She's all alone.
Federal felon. He's just not a state felon. He's a 3-time federal. He was in federal prison. Actually, I think a federal prison hospital because he's not right upstairs. Looks like he must be taking his pills because I finally saw him in clothes other than black.
JLR wears red shorts all the time. You can see him under his desk when he because he has that curve, like that L-shaped desk. I've seen them before. He doesn't wear black all the time. And he did have on a plaid shirt the other day when he went to church and he looked very handsome. I'll actually give him that. I was surprised to see him in something that's not like a solid color myself.
So maybe the doctor gave him some new pills, I guess. I don't know, right? It's very clear why they are going after.
They need to give you some. We said we're going to send her a therapy card. We need to figure out a therapist in her local area. Give some money on the books.
Stuff now, nothing she says makes sense. Defending, yeah, exactly. And Joe Petito actually confirmed that he was.
Oh, JLR has great skin. JLR's skin, chef's kiss. I don't know what he does. Probably just a bar soap because he's a guy and that's what they do. But he has some good skin.
Absolutely did. Oh, and not only that, but they have JLR. They have his IP address at Michaela's. He was one of the people threatening Michaela's. They have his IP address, and not only that, pinpoint him to 6 miles from his house. Whenever he made those
6 miles.
All of that's being sent to me.
Hold on. They have the IP address, but it's pinging 6 mile. What did she just say?
That miles from his house. Absolutely did. Oh, and not only that, but they have JLR. They have his IP address at Michaela's. He was one of the people threatening Michaela's. They have his IP address, and not only that, pinpoint him to 6 miles from his house. Whenever he made those threats.
6 miles? Do you know how far that is? That's not Betty. What is that even going to do? If you have someone's IP address, they go straight to their home, straight to their computer. That's connected to their computer, wherever their computer is. Unless I guess if it's a laptop, it could be anywhere. But it wouldn't be 6 miles from the IP address. Would not be pinging 6 miles away from the IP address or the person. Like Betty, what? You don't even make no dang sense.
All of that's being sent to me. That mysterious disappearance, they're threatening to expose some of my top contributors in my group and dox them. I'm having each and every one of them that they're threatening.
Oh, dox people, Betty, right? Okay, that's all I have been hearing you say today with Magnolia's first name. I don't know if her first name was ever out there. I never knew it, but I don't know her, but still.
Threatening, go file a police report and send that police report to me because that's going into my complaint against him. Anybody and everybody that's associated with me that's being attacked by JLR, I'm going to tell you right now, I want you to go file a police report. And when that police report is filed, I want you to send me a copy of your case number and a copy of the affidavit to me or how I can acquire that.
Remember when she wanted everyone to get her documents for, what was that for? Anytime somebody else messed with her or something. And she was like, they have to be notarized though for Queen Bee. That's what it was. But make sure you go and you get them notarized and they have to be notarized. I wonder how many people sent her those letters.
That's all going to be added to my lawsuit against JLR. I'm done.
I've never asked you guys to do that kind of stuff. Hey guys, Can you guys go do some research for me for my show tonight? I'm gonna do a show tonight, and I need you guys to go research all the stuff for me. And I'll meet you back here at 9:35, okay?
I'm absolutely done with this nonsense. That man has abused me for years, and this takes the cake. This absolutely takes the cake, and I'm done. So I don't really give a rat's ass who believes me, but when this starts proceeding through the court records, or the court case, and I start establishing that, but right now I've just got to acquire as much evidence and information as I can. So if you have been attacked maliciously or threatened by that mysterious disappearance group or any other thing that they are going to dox your information, if you've been contacted by them in any way, shape, or form, or threatened in any way, shape, or form.
If you have been threatened by any way, shape, or form by Bullhorn Betty in any form, please send me a detailed letter to titaniumbuiltboo@gmail.com, and I'll make sure it gets to the appropriate authorities. We'll just have our own stack or appropriate person. We'll just make our own stack. JLR has a huge platform, Betty. If he pulled this stuff on you and told him to have everybody bring in a note,
I really want you to go to your local law enforcement and file a complaint against them. A complaint stating exactly what happened, how they made you feel.
What? Go use police resources because JLR told a lie on YouTube and it hurt my feelings. I'm here to make a report because JLR didn't acknowledge me in the chat, and I want to put a report on that. What the Betty?
And now I don't know if they make you feel threatened or they're just harassing, but make sure you're honest in your filing of that police report. You don't want to be a Katie and lie under oath, okay? You want to be truthful, but you want to make a report. When you make that report, please provide me your case number. But I am absolutely 100% have made the decision. I threatened him. He went away for a while. I figured it was all said and done. He's got 200,000. He could just move on to another case, leave this poor family alone. And he's chose not to do it. And he's doing it because.
Leave this poor family alone. Leave him. I'm exiting. What? She's telling JLR to leave this family alone, but she's the one with the 4 protection orders.
Of me. And so I have the ability, I live right here.
Grandparents had to put protection orders out on her. Grandparents. Mama and Papa. Mama and Papa had to go put a protection order against Betty. I mean, does she not? She's really got a screw loose if she does not see what she's doing. You can't be this delusional.
Here in Florida, I have the ability to sue them on those grounds. And I'm going to end up doing that. I've made the decision. It's just the exact timing of when it's going to happen. I'm not quite sure on, but as far as suing him over this, that's determined. He's going to be sued. I have. It's just there's not even a doubt in my mind. I've decided that once I get through this next round on the 23rd with Queen Bee, I'm going to be setting my focus on Jonathan Lee Richards.
So when she's done with Queen Bee, because she's suing another creator, she's going to go to Jonathan Lee Richards. You know what? If I was JLR, I would sue her before she got the chance to sue me. I would drop that paperwork on her so fast, take this video and go.
And what he has done to me to try to destroy me, try to destroy my brand, work with.
He doesn't even talk about you.
This team of people, including the lady I am suing in Illinois, to have me arrested unlawfully and violate my rights unnecessarily. So that's what, because he's a public figure. I mean, he's in the Guinness Book of World Records. I'm a private citizen. There's different laws. There's different laws about that. So is Betty saying Magnolia is really? Yes, Dee, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Because he's in the world record. So there's different laws that apply to him, Betty. Come on now. No, there's not.
Miss Phillips is a horrible person. And you know, she's the one that has, I told, this is the thing about JLR is JLR uses other people to do his dirty handed shit. And then when they get busted for doing that dirty handed shit, he walks away and acts like nothing happened because he was doing it behind the scenes, not in the public eye. But the problem is we have all the records. You can't in this world of data. It's kind of hard to cover up some of those tracks. I mean, there are some abilities to, but there's other ways around. You might not get the information that you're looking for, but you can connect the dots because you have this, and this, and because of this, and this, it has to imply this. You see what I'm saying? So I do have ways to get to prove this. without, even if he was on encrypted apps and encrypted stuff like that. I still have the ability to do that. And a lot of people think these VPNs, and while on the surface, the VPNs do cover some of this, he didn't use a VPN when he reached out to Michaela, Michaela's Motel. But we got him dead to rights on that, like literally dead to rights. I mean, even down to the Samsung phone. So it was definitely JLR that did that. And so all that stuff is coming to me. This is bad. He's busted. He's busted. Yes. MCN, yes, I agree. It is awfully coincidental, because let's face it, the FBI's investigated me too, right? I mean, all these cases that they're in, they know who I am. They know I was railroaded, like they're part of this case too. And they literally threw me in jail for threatening to sue someone in hashtags on my own channel. If that's not a clear violation of constitutional rights and in violation of my civil liberties, I don't know what is. You can't do that. And anybody that thinks that you can are probably stupid.
That's absolutely not the reason why. You were threatening them. You're driving past their house. You're threatening to get a pew-pew. You said the officer told you to be careful while you're there and that you should always be holding a you-know-what. And so she was going to go start a GoFundMe and have her subscribers pay for her to get one. And that's what she was going to do. I would get a protection order myself. Look at her face. Look at her. Would you want this craziness coming after you? Look at this. Imagine this coming after you in a dark alley. Like, wow.
Stupider than a box of rocks and probably need to go get an education.
You didn't even graduate, Betty.
This
Talking
judge,
about
I
education.
haven't seen the order. If this judge literally wrote that in the order, he's going to be in deep, because he knows of all people. He's a judge. You can't do that.
So you didn't even read the order there, Betty? You're so constitutional and all about the law, but you didn't even read your own order. Okay.
Let me tell you something. Gag orders are unconstitutional. It's established by our U.S. Supreme Court. Okay? That's why it was so important that when Judge John C. Judge, when he kept saying that this is not a gag order, I don't like people using that, this is a non-dissemination ruling, right? Remember, he kept saying this is not a gag order, because gag orders are unconstitutional and unlawful in all of our states under this America. Okay? And if that judge did that, then the whole county. Maybe I need to have the judge. Maybe I need to have the judge's face on my thumbnail, right? No, I think I don't know what this judge was thinking, but I don't know what's in the order either. I've never received the order because I wasn't properly served. Therefore, I wasn't required to be at that hearing until I'm properly served. And so
I've shown you 50,000 times on this channel. She was served on the 19th. I'm going to punch her in her face. Guys, I'm going to drive down to Florida. This is not a threat. I'm going to go to vacation in Florida. I'm going to go to a Trump rally. And if I happen to see her, I ain't going to be hugging her. Man, she works my nerves, She really
so
works
far,
for me.
I had to get an attorney, expend a lot of money. I heard a lot of people did fundraisers to help on me.
JLR, I'll say whatever you want to say to her. Just let me know what you want to say. But, you might have to shout me out a couple times or something for that. But I'll say what you want me to say, because I know there's some things that you want to say so bad that you're not saying.
Me out, and it doesn't. If they received funds for the benefit of me and they kept those funds, well, I think you might want to ask about that, because those funds could definitely go toward my expenses, right?
This is where she's talking about Justin. Justin never offered to bail you out. Nobody offered to bail you out, Betty, because nobody wanted you out. The reason why everybody that you see all these people in your calling them hate channels, there were so many people rejoicing that you were arrested, because it was the fact that you have done this kind of effery in so many cases. It's ungodly. Summer Wells, you got Don fired from his job. That video in itself is it's such bad secondhand embarrassment. Planted evidence in the Gabby Petito case. Quentin Simon case, over 30 times in 30 days, you had the cops called out to that property for screaming, hollering, touching the property. I mean, come on, Betty. What more? There's more cases than that. Those are just the ones that I've been involved. I've only been on the platform for 2 years, Idaho. You do stuff everywhere you go.
Let's face it. It was quite costly. So
it was quite costly. Stop it, Betty. We all need money. That's why we're on the platform, right? We're all here to make money, right? But Betty, stop begging like you do. It's gross. It's gross. So cheesy and gross.
Which brings me to the next thing. If anybody wants to, this is kind of what.
And another thing that's gross, when somebody overly, like if someone gives you a super chat or super thanks or whatever, and a membership, and that person is overly nice to you for like 20 seconds, talking about how beautiful you are and how your hair is great and how you're just a great person and you're just everything in life. Those kind of creators don't believe a word that comes out after they say, thank you, I really appreciate you. That's a genuine response. Not this all, you're just gorgeous and I just love your hair and oh my gosh, you're just amazing and oh, I couldn't do this without you and you're just the greatest and oh my Lord, can you pay this now?
What I was thinking, because we're not.
That's not what YouTube is.
A greedy channel. But we know when we need some help, right? So I was thinking that we could do like maybe a fundraiser for $1,000 for like the next 3 or 4 months. So it's it's small potatoes when it's passed around the rest of us, right? So
That's not small potatoes. Even if $2 isn't small potatoes to people right now in this community. I'm gonna get on my soapbox for a minute. It's 2024 and inflation has not gone down since COVID happened. It just keeps going and going and going and going. Even if you have money and you're able to pay your rent and your bills and you're able to go out to eat a couple times a month, you're still struggling. Everybody is struggling. So for Betty to sit up here and say, because this is what she loves to say, if everybody will give $1, even if it's just $1, what do you mean their last dollar, you want it? That's exactly, it's like, oh my gosh, it's so cringy.
So that's basically either 10 $100 donors or 110.
Or if you sit there for 45 minutes and talk about it, like it's just cringy. Like this is supposed to be a platform that you guys come to so you can forget about like your worries, right? And one of those worries is money. You want to go online and you want to forget about that stuff. So then you get online and then you hear this lady right here saying, if you could just send me your last dollar. Oh, I just need your money. Oh, you're beautiful though. Can I have your money? Like
donors, right? And I think every month we can have at least $110 donors that will help raise that thing up. And I think that is really reasonable. It's crowdfunding, right? It's crowdfunding, and then we can get whoever needs to be paid back.
Crowdfunding. It's you getting your subscribers to pay for an attorney for you. You're gross.
Back the money that has
Don't get in trouble and you won't need it. Don't get in trouble and you won't need it. Oh, thanks, Hazel. Eyes for the $10 super sticker. That's nice. For Bet's bond. Oops. I've been my ass off.
Already been ponied up.
I'll make sure she doesn't get out.
For my behalf. And I've got to tell you, I'm very blessed and thankful. I mean, good gracious, what if this had happened by myself and I had nobody out there? I don't know what I would have done. I mean, it's a little crazy. It was wrong. It was wrong. And, the bad actors have to pay for that wrongdoing some way, somehow. So that's what I was thinking. Oh,
bad actors have to pay for it.
But that's really what I'm thinking would help, because then I can get at least make right what people have done for me, because this was a lot. I will leave it at that, an awful lot. I was having BHB. Yeah, I know.
Well, you're going to need a lot more than $1,000, Betty, or whatever, because if you're thinking about it, someone gave you $1,250 that you said you wanted to pay back. You're supposed to pay back the retainer the person gave for you for that, and then this money, or the money for Tony that put up for the $2,000 for your bail. So you might want to,
after everything, I don't think Tony could have said.
If somebody tells me she's on disability, I will fly through this. I'll fly through the screen. She better not be. Because I'm going to tell y'all right now, your girl here, Tanya, me, titanium built, I've never been on disability. And if y'all know, you know what I mean? Like I got metal all throughout my whole body. I'm in pain every day. I don't complain about it. I just don't talk about it. But if she is, and I find out, Betty, we'll make sure they know how much you be making, because you can't make over a certain amount of money. Hey, telling me I was you'll be fine. What? I got metal in my body, people.
Said it better. He said something. I wish I could send it to myself. Maybe you guys can hear me. Hold on. I'll see if you guys can hear me. Can you guys still hear me when I go like this? Can you guys hear what's going on behind the screen?
I hope not.
Did you guys hear me?
Yeah, unfortunately.
You guys can hear me when the screen was frozen? All right, let me read this then. Okay, hopefully this works. Okay, did you guys hear all that? Hopefully you guys
No.
heard me read that. Please
We
tell me
didn't
you
hear any of that. Thank God.
We can't hear when frozen. Aw. Oh no. Okay. Well then let me oh, I don't have my other phone in here. But people were asking, oh, that sucks. Well, people were asking, what were they asking? They were asking
She's
where
lying.
me, Seth, and Tony were, and Tony's like, I had a 10-hour drive, 6 interviews, a vigil, an unconstitutional arrest, a bailout, a protest, and a bailout, a protest, and a 10-hour drive home. Where did you want me to be? I think is what he says. On drive home, where did you want me to be? I think is what he says.
Why is she doing that?
Grounds. Oh, they arrested me for using hashtags in my my videos here on this channel. Not, this is they're trying to say.
That is absolutely incorrect. That is absolutely so far incorrect. But Cheryl, you don't have a YouTube channel where you're, over here trying to get thousands and thousands of dollars off your subs. There's nothing wrong with being on disability at all. My mom was on disability, but that's what I mean. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like the people that watch Betty, a lot of people, I'm just saying in general, I love y'all. So I'm not coming for anybody in particular or anybody. I'm no one in particular, but a lot of people that watch true crime in this genre are older women, and including myself. And a lot of them are on a fixed income, like a disability or a fixed income. My mom was on a fixed income. I tell Vincent all the time, I can see my mom falling for one of these people like Betty, or I don't want to say the other person's name, love bomber. I could see me falling for somebody if they love bomb me and me being like, here's my last little bit of money. And I could just see that happening to my mom. So I just get upset when I could see it happening to other people like that. When I know they don't have the money to be super chatting her like the $50, the $100, the 50 gift memberships and all that stuff. They just don't have that. None of us have it. And if you're on a fixed income, you definitely don't have it. And a lot of us are on a fixed income. I'm on a fixed income. Unless I'm like Vincent, I'm on a fixed income. Vincent's telling me no. I don't think he's ever told me no. Actually, I don't think he's ever told me no. But I don't ask for stuff that's crazy neither.
I stalk these people. I've never
I wouldn't ask for, a lawyer fund. The only time I would ever ask for a lawyer fund is if I was I wouldn't even ask for a lawyer fund ever. Even if I was being falsely sued, I would just do that on my own. I don't know.
Eyes on these people, except one member of the family, is because he was following me and chose to get my attention by taking a picture of my tag while I was in the park.
Well, Stephanie, that's the problem right there. You're a stay-at-home mom and your kids don't pay you. You got to get them out to work,
Parking lot of a place that I was about to eat a steak at, right? And so I confronted him online on my live. And that's still captured on that very live. Okay. And so they're saying that I'm a threat to them, that I'm trying to kill them. I mean, that's what they're basically saying, right? I mean, a protective order is they fear for their life. I've never brought my gun into Tennessee. I've never brought a weapon other than a machete that was still in its package. And that was for the purposes of me going out into the woods. And they're trying to say because I made mention of these items, right? Because I made mention of these items, that's somehow a threat. Like they literally have to prove that I threatened them with these things, which they can't do because you guys know everything I do is online. Everything's recorded. And I sent my attorney, listen to this, Google Maps, love it. Did you guys know you have history in Google Maps? Do you guys know you have a history and a timeline in Google Maps? Do you know that I was able to go into my Google Maps and go to June 22nd to June 25th and pull every place that they literally have my timestamps of everywhere I went. I hope it, since I was following them, right? Since I was stalking them, I hope that their timeline looks like mine, right?
They're not going to go through all that, Betty, for a protection order. What do you think you're doing? Going on trial? Going to present all this evidence? You're going to walk in there. They already granted it. You already got it from the Bowerstocks. That's already done deal. Done. Bye. Done. Why are you even talking about the Bowerstocks? The only thing you need to be worried about is Chris Proudfoot.
We have digital stuff on our side. Everything I do is recorded.
No matter what you do, Betty, you have a protection order out against you, 3 of them. No matter what you do. At this point, no matter ever again, you are going to be known as the creator that had a Grammy and a Pappy put a protection order out on you from a missing kid. And the mother and the stepfather. The primary parents. That's what I'll call them. The primary parents.
It's recorded. So that was sent over to my attorney. Telling him, turn my
I hope this stuff helps Queen Bee too in her defamation lawsuit and stuff. I just do.
Turn directions of everywhere I was and the exact time I was there.
Character.
Man, that's gonna hurt. Man, that's gonna hurt. And you know what? If they have Google Maps on their phones, that is definitely discoverable. One good thing about being a digital person is that we use digital things to prove our. I mean, not only was everything recorded, right? We recorded out there, like they're trying to say that I was there because I wasn't driving by their house at.
You were in front of Yogi Bear campground, right in front of their trailer or their camper out there.
3:30 in the morning. I was taking the perspective of where a crime took place at 3:30 in the morning to give my audience the nighttime perspective. There's a big difference there, you know? So again, we've got some major issues here. We're not going to back down. We're not going to stop. If I make my attorney's job a lot more difficult, so be it.
And I want to make it clear too, in my humble opinion, I can't speak for Katie, but I'm going to speak for Katie. Betty, in my humble opinion, Katie didn't get the protection order because she's afraid of you or what she'll do to you, right? Because I think that if it was between Katie and Betty, Betty would stand no chance. I think Katie is just sick of her name being put into your mother effing mouth. My humble opinion. But I don't think it's a protection order because she's scared. I think that if you rolled up in her house, she'd probably karate chop you one time and you'd be done. She's like some martial artist, I think. I can't remember what she does, but you know, she's military. Pretty sure Katie can handle herself. But Betty, on the other hand, she's about to fold like a house of cards.
But this is who I am. This is what I do.
We're watching somebody come unhinged right now. And we've all been trying to be nice and warn her, like, go get help.
And I hope Sumner County is ready for this wrestling match because that's what they've got. I can tell you, I'm not one of their citizens in their county. I'm a little bit more of a fighter. I'm a little bit more of a person that wants to expose corruption. I've exposed corruption.
So now she's talking about the county and how
corruption long before I ever came to YouTube for finding people. I went all over my state of Florida and all over this country, pulling public records and exposing communities hiding money from their taxpayers. I found $500 million in my county alone. Like I said, they mess with the wrong person. I know politics inside and out. Been in politics for a long time. I pray to God that they don't try to cover up anything or try to manipulate documents in any way, because that would be the worst. That would be the worst thing that they can do. My attorney is well known in that community. And over the arrest, I reached out to the ACLU. So again, I don't know if that'll go anywhere, but I thought I would try there first. Because the ACLU is like civil liberties and constitutional. I mean, they have a lot of federal funding, a lot of free money that flows to their organization from us, the taxpayers, for these types of things. So I would assume that this would be something that they would take, never mind that it is a national case. And, I've got the father and the father's spokesperson on my side in this thing, not the piece of shits that disappeared a kid. We've got like the people that are trying to find this kid. We've got a lot of people that have been ran off by these people specifically. I wasn't the one. I'm still not the one, still coming back, still ain't scared. I'll still be willing to go and smile for it. Well, I wasn't smiling. By the time I got there, I had been up for 18 hours. They had me behind bars for 18 hours for using hashtags. 18 hours for using hashtags. I threatened nobody. I've never threatened anybody. I've never done a damn thing. 18 hours. If that's not unjust, I don't know what is. Betty, they would likely take your case because you're a high profile. I'm not a public figure. I don't meet the criteria of being a public figure. But I'm still a private citizen.
You are a public figure, you dummy.
So
you're on the internet.
You are probably the first person who has ever stood up to these
Happy birthday.
I think you should make up with. Well, you know what? In all fairness, it's kind of hard to make up with somebody that you feel that railroaded you and then took a lot of donations and didn't help you. That's kind of how I'm feeling right now. I mean, he could call me if he wanted to. He could reach out to me if he wanted to. He hasn't. He hasn't even called me to see how I was doing. Just saying. I just, if I thought he was trying to make a turn and, try to make what's wrong right. But in all fairness, I haven't heard from him. So I don't know what to do. I don't want to dog on him when I don't know what's going on. But it sounds to me like he was supposed to reach out to Tony and hasn't. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Again, I'm in the dark. I haven't been
Wendy, that's a really good question. I was wondering that the other day when she was at the vigil.
Then, and obviously with everything that's going on and how many hours have lapsed, it's making it very difficult for me to go back and try to catch up on everything that was going on, right? First of all, I don't really want to see it because everybody talks such mad shit about me that, you know what, I don't listen to the bottom dwellers. I'm not saying that Justin did. I want to clarify that. But there's a lot of, I don't want to, that sounded awful. Let me rephrase that because that wasn't the way it was, the way I was trying to get it coming out. Like, because to go back and try to catch up on it means I have to go back and search me. And there's all these other trash channels, these bottom feeders that, I don't want to see it because they're idiots. And again, they lied to their audience, right? They sat there and said, I violated. How can you can drive on public streets. You can hang your camera out. You don't even need to be a video journalist to do that. You're lawfully allowed to do that in the United States of America.
You are not allowed to record and drive. Period. Point blank, period. It's against the law to record while driving. We've checked the law even in Tennessee, Betty. It's against the law. And then like the thing is, she'll get all these people in her chat and they're just like, yeah, Betty. Like they don't even fact check nothing.
Do it at 1 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, 12 at noon. You can do it any time of the day. What you can't do is go through there with sirens while you're doing it and wake up the whole neighborhood. Like nobody even knew I was there except I produced it on my channel and they decided to go watch. Nobody even knew I was there.
Perfect. So then none of them neighbors would have known that there was a weird car sitting out there in the middle of the night on the night that Sebastian went missing that people keep running with. Okay.
There. That time of morning. Nobody. Why? Because I didn't bother anybody in the course of my work. I could have. Not that time of morning, but even when I went back, I could have knocked on every single neighbor's door and asked them if they had a comment. Could have absolutely done that. Asked them if they would like to speak to me about the situation in their community. They can either speak to me on the record or off the record. The whole purpose of me going there by myself and not with the entourage that I usually take with me was so I didn't disrupt that community and I could get in there and do my job without hindering them or me being hindered in doing my job. You see what I'm saying? Like I went through all of the proper things so nobody was interfered with and I could do my job, but you just can't do that because the a-holes here on the streets of YouTube instigate stuff. They antagonize it. They take a small, something innocent and they blow it so big that everybody doesn't know what they're doing. That's what they're good about. That's why they're so detrimental in these cases because all they do is throw in roadblock after roadblock, literally and intentionally thwarting a criminal investigation or any type of investigation. These hate channels are dangerous to the true crime community. They are dangerous to law enforcement and their conduct in investigating these cases. And until
the lie detector test determined that was a lie. Betty, you're the one that got arrested, no one else.
People unsubscribe from the problems here on these streets, they will continue to be a problem here on these streets. Unsubscribe from these animals. They don't if you're here for cases and they're not helping cases, why are you giving them the business? Are you here for the drama? Are you here for help of these cases? Learning about, because so far, none of these hate channels have gotten anything right. Anything right. What have they gotten right? All they've done is prove that the parents of Sebastian Rogers are liars.
I don't prefer Betty. I'm not really a hate channel, but because I only cover Betty. That's it. But all my true crime is factual, 100%. I don't do the speculation. I don't do any of that crap. We speculate, of course, a little bit because you have to speculate a little bit, but we don't go to the far freaking right with the conspiracies and stuff.
I mean, the mom and the stepfather.
I'd rather have 100 people in here or 50 people in here listening to me talk about, true crime case about, anybody than where we're at now.
Are liars. That's all they proved, that they're willing to lie under oath. So what else are they willing to lie about? Give me a second. I just want to.
Also, if you don't like Betty, make sure you hit the like button.
Thank everybody. I see things coming in. Jules, she says, I stand for BHB 1000%. Hey, KP, where is Sebastian? Yeah, where is Sebastian?
Hold on, was that Jules like the canine? She said, because I'll tweet her right now. I know it's X. I say Twitter still.
Give me a second. I just want to thank everybody. I see things coming in. Jules, she says, I stand for BHB 1000%. Hey, KP, where is Sebastian? Yeah, where is Sebastian?
Let's see.
Good question. Cash says, can the lawyer go to court and you not need to? Well, I can tell you the 29th isn't going to go anywhere. We will stand strong and support you even harder. Oh, Dixie, it's nice to see you, my love. Busy girl, it's nice to see you. Well, I would say welcome to this crazy family, but you've been part of this crazy family for a while.
There's no way that's the same one.
Too. There is no thing that will stop BHB. Absolutely not. They thought they were going to skip. Come on. Remember, they're the ones that said I was arrested 42 times. What do they think? 43 times. They think I was going to cry? No, all they did was piss me off, right? All they did was piss me off. You didn't see me crying when I was in front of there. I didn't know whether I was going to get arrested again or not. I didn't care. I didn't care. I have a right to be there. If they want to come and arrest me, you're going to do it in front of those damn cameras. But they didn't, right? Because they knew it was wrong. They wouldn't do it in front of the TV cameras. They wouldn't do it in front of the TV cameras, but they did it at the vigil. Lisa, you are a piece of shit for doing that. Sullying that boy's name.
Who?
Sullying that boy's name. Shame on you. You just did it in front of the TV cameras, but they did it at the vigil. I
No,
want to come
wait,
in front of there. I didn't know whether I was going to get arrested again or not. I didn't care. I didn't care. I have a right to be there. If they want to come and arrest me, you're going to do it in front of those damn cameras. But they didn't, right? Because they knew it was wrong. They wouldn't do it in front of the TV cameras. They wouldn't do it in front of the TV cameras, but they did it
There were no TV cameras at the vigil. You guys didn't have any news.
at the vigil. Lisa, you are a piece of shit for doing that.
Who's Lisa?
Sullying that boy's name. Sullying that boy's name. Shame on you, you disgusting pig.
Because the only Lisa I know is the one that gave her $1,250 in her chat that one time.
Lisa, and I wasn't talking about you, Lisa. I was talking about the detective.
Oh, okay.
100% behind you, BHB. Thank you, Lisa. That was bad right after I called Lisa out. We have too many Lisas in this world.
I was say I was thinking it
I love
too.
you. Thank you. God bless you. Aw, Misty, how's your mommy? I hope your
I hope the detective gets a PO on her. I hope they all get
mommy's
one.
doing well. These folks are trying to stop Betty's right wrong. Yeah, they didn't do nothing but piss me off. Amanda, nice to see you. Welcome to this crazy group we call the Coffee Club. Hail Rider, all. Thank you. Thank you. Forever Nix, Nikki's mom. Oh, sweet. Thank you for actually supporting Seth and Sebastian. I admire that you are refilling to take one for the oh yeah, I'll take one. Well, what did I tell you guys when I came out here? I'm putting my channel in front of Seth. You know, he is a disabled father that is looking for his
A disabled father? I mean, I'm not saying that's not true, but what? A disabled father? Disabled in what? No, she hasn't lost him. She's gained. She's gained like 400 or something crazy. I can tell you how many. Hold on.
son, and these animals
It's
are trying to
craziness.
destroy a disabled father looking for his disabled son. Like, I don't know what kind of piece of shit you need to be. Oh, you need to be like a JLR and his crew and a Queen Bee and a Chlamydia. That's what you need to be. That's what you need to be. Just evil, rotten. Evil and rotten. That's what you need to be. Oh, it's me, Jen. Whoa, almost. I know it's hard to believe, isn't it?
Betty is up. She gets 100, like 100 plus every day. She's up 420 weekly average. The last 30 days, 1.8K. Man.
Where the hell did the time go? Where the hell did the time?
And that's the sickest part, is that she's making these numbers, and that makes her, that gives her ego, builds her ego up to continue to do the bullshit.
Go. I can tell you that was rough. I was not in a happy state of mind when I left there. I was pissed. It's just like every chance that they had an opportunity to violate my rights, they did. And I think it's disgusting. But now I see Sumner County for who they are. And all they did was just wake up a beast. That's all they did, is just wake up a beast. And not just me. Oh, thank you, Patty. God bless you. Not just me, but the people in their community. We heard that this area was corrupt. I didn't believe it. I didn't. You guys know.
She ain't got one person behind her.
No, I give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm saying they're corrupt AF. That's what I'm saying. I absolutely believe the stories that we were hearing. I've experienced it myself. Eric Craddock has a lot to answer for, and he's going to answer to me at some point. Because if I got to come there and I got to sit out in front of his office for a freaking week, he's got to come in and he's got to go out. And sir, you're going to answer my questions. The first one is, how in the hell do you have one of your detectives lock me up for my freedoms of speech? B. Betty, 27 months. You've been with me over 2 years. I love it. I love it. B. Betty, you're awesome. God bless you. KP and CP take time to get POs, but no comment for the reporter asking. Yeah, and not only that, but
B. Betty, you've been with me for over 2 years. She drank the Kool-Aid.
Talking about $50,000 reward.
Or the coffee, I'll say.
$50,000 reward being offered for their son, and they don't even give a shit. I think the proof is in the pudding. I think the proof is absolutely 100% in the pudding. So it's just, I'm just still in awe, but we'll go down this road. Why is Beach High School shown to be on Shackle Island? I don't know. It's just right down the road from them. I already watched Mob Crew. I don't agree with him. I don't agree with him at all. He overlaid everything but the car he thought it was. And I'm sorry. I see a hatch. You can see that the halo of a hatch. There is no way that is a sedan. No way at all. I don't have.
Because it goes against
it'll be. I think it'll be back in. Oh, hey, Evelyn. Thank you. all these trolls.
Because the car, he says it's a sedan, and she thinks, no, it has to be an SUV because that's what Terry Bowersox has.
Instead of trolling, should get together and help each other out and stop backstabbing person who's really trying to, because they don't care.
We do. We all get together and we talk about you, Betty.
These people don't care about these cases. These people only care about their clicks and their views and shutting the rights down to somebody else. Like they
No, I'm pretty sure I do care about my cases because I cover a lot of cases and doesn't bring a lot of views, and I still cover them.
They're trying to use these POs to take my channel. They're trying to do everything they can to cause me harm. These three groups of people. So you guys know they have teams. Like QB has her team, Chlamydia has her team, JLR has his team, right? So
I want to be part of the team. Wait a minute. I told you guys I feel like I'm the last kid in dodgeball that didn't get picked. Where's my team? I'm gonna start making ridiculous phone calls to myself then. I need a team. I'll make one. I'll make myself one, Fine. I'm just kidding. Y'all are my team. Y'all are my team. Team's in the chat. That's where my team is. I trust your guys' words over a lot more other people.
It's being at the direction of these people, but it's their team. They don't care about these cases. They don't like JLR.
Exactly, Jude. You guys are my team.
He don't give a rat's ass about these kids. I tried telling him he doesn't like kids, right? He can't stand kids. He hates them. Literally hates them.
Actually, you guys really are, because when I have a question I need answered, I bring it to you guys. So
doesn't like them, doesn't want them in his house, don't want them around him, hates kids. And he's acting like he cares. He doesn't care. What he cares about is the clicks and views and making his money, his paycheck. That's all he cares about. Look at him. That man does not care. Like, he can't even cry. It took me calling.
But he was out searching all day with Seth Rogers. Saw his face was burnt.
Him out about how dark he's been for him to change his damn clothes and put some color on him.
Why don't you put on a shirt that actually doesn't have writing on it, Betty? How about that? How about you do something with your hair and your face and your attitude?
He's a disgusting pig. He's abusive, mentally, verbally, every other way. I experienced myself for 2 years. I pray to God, and I don't give a rat's ass if this causes hate channels to go crazy.
Do you think, look at this. Think of JLR and his personality. Now, he could be somebody else. We don't know, I'm not saying, you get, I'm not saying you see what you get, but JLR's been on the platform for a very long time and his style has pretty much stayed the same. I would feel like Betty's more of a threat than JLR. He's cool, calm, and collected. Come on in, sit down. Come on in, guys. Have a seat. Even if he's like being manipulative or whatever, he's still calmer than her. He still wins the calmness race.
Crazy or not, but I pray to God he treats Jamie the way he treated me.
I don't think that he is abusive. I don't know JLR. I can't say 1,000% because I don't know him. But from what I've seen, the guy has a cat named OJ that he used to put on camera all the time. Speaking of which, where's OJ been? Has anyone seen OJ? I haven't seen OJ in a long time. Is OJ okay? Let me know in the chat. OJ's JLR's cat. I haven't seen him in a while. And now I'm feeling kind of sad, like something happened. Maybe he just doesn't put him on the camera anymore. I know he's feeding dogs at the border. Even if you don't like JLR, like if you don't like some of the stuff that he's done in the past, which that's me, I don't like some of the things he's done in the past. From what I see now, you just got to kind of take stuff with a grain of salt. I love that JLR doesn't say her name too. I like that he just came out and he did like one video and she was in jail.
He probably does. She's just too stupid to realize it because she's at home miles away while he's, doing what he did to me. To her. I wonder when she's going to realize there's a side piece somewhere. She's too stupid. As I got my son ready for his...
She actually seems very intelligent to me.
First day of school, I cried for... yeah. Yeah, that's sad.
That's Betty trying to pretend like she's sad. That's Betty trying to pretend like she's sad.
Oh my God, Betty. I said that too about his clothes. He wears the same outfit. I don't like him. I sniffed him out immediately. Yeah, he's a piece of garbage.
What about Seth when he wore the same outfit? He wears the same outfit all the time. He has the same 2 shirts.
Garbage. He's absolutely worthless. Absolutely worthless. Guys, when this, I'm going to be shutting down this live, but when this live goes off, please don't forget to go back out and give me a thumbs up, comment. Just remember, the haters and the trolls, you guys can go ahead and say what you must, but you guys will be blocked and your comments will be removed. So as unhinged as that is, it's more unhinged to constantly be putting that garbage in my chat. I mean, it's like, oh, if I can just get a few people to see it before it's deleted. That's so childish. I can tell you one of these ladies that was out there that wanted to see me. They were out there. They had a small little group over there. They said they're supposed to be countering Betty. They didn't do anything but sit on their ass and do nothing but try to record everything. They're like, I'm going to get Betty arrested. Go get me arrested then, B. They walk in there. And then they put on this thing. I'm glad you're holding her accountable. They violated my rights. I hope they ate that cake. I really do hope that those law enforcement people ate that cake. And I hope they enjoyed the every bit of it. Not the one that we brought. I hope they enjoyed the one we brought over. I think
we never saw your cake.
Love, not hate. But apparently these girls put a cake together and said something snarky on it. And I'm thinking,
no, the TikTok girls did a cake. They did a cake for the officers. But Betty, we never saw Betty's cake. So Betty didn't do a cake, because if Betty did a cake for those officers, first and foremost, they would not eat that shit. They would throw it away. Second off, we would see video of it. You think Betty doing something nice for somebody wouldn't be caught on camera? That $4,000 camera that her subscribers bought her. Her $4,000 camera. She got a brand new MacBook computer. Well, I know how much a MacBook cost. I have one. Mine's older now. It's like 2 years old. 3 years old. I need a new one. But I'm just saying, that's I was looking at the screen. Screen's kind of funky. But her subscribers bought her that. Like, what else do you want from us, Betty? What else do you want from us? We can only give you so much. Snake boots. Seth's pizzas and Betty's cakes. No thanks, right? Or what about the food that she was making that one night and that meat stuff? I didn't even watch it. I couldn't watch it. It was making me sick. Oh, Lenora, have a good day with your son. Oh, my brother's from New Jersey. Like, they lived out there. We're 9 years apart, so his family lives in New Jersey. Man, and the sink, I know. Oh my God, it's just so gross. I can't even, no. I have sensory and food issues. Like, I could not eat what she was, I don't even want to look. I shouldn't even said anything, because now I'm thinking about it. So the sun's out, but it looks like it's going to storm. I'm like debating on whether it's going to storm or not. I wanted to go and, sit at the pool because it was sunny earlier. It still says it's going to be sunny. It says it's going to be sunny. I don't know. I don't know if I trust it, but I will be back tonight. I didn't call him, but I did text him, Kenna. I did text him this morning, and he texted me back. Just love you. Love, and then I'm like, oh, great. Now I'll hear from him. Next time I'll hear from him will be Christmas time with the 5-6 kids. Oh, man, I don't have any kids over here. It's crazy. Banana Butt, you're from Ohio too? Me too. Lisa, you guys are my teammates. You guys are. You really are. You guys help me whenever I have a question. I mean, I literally, if I can't find out the answer online, I will come in and I'll ask you guys. I have no problem with that because I want to give you guys the factual information. I don't want to misspeak. And I'm one of those, I'm really one of those people. I'm a perfectionist, even though it may not seem like it sometimes. I do make sure that I research as much as I can for every live that we do every single night. There's never been a live where I've come on here and just hit the live button and didn't have anything planned, like tabs and notes and everything. I know there are creators that can get away with doing that, and people, will sit there and listen to that. I can't. I feel like I always have to be talking or giving you guys some sort of information. Like I don't like the awkward like silences. Like on some channels, it's just like dead air. Oh, you're welcome, Corvette Sally. We do have a good chat here. We really do. This is like the this one of the safest chat areas that you could be in. I think so anyway. So trolls will be messing with us over here. We're in our own little world. OHIO. Chad got a haircut. Thank you for the super sticker. Is that your dog? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that's a cute dog. That is a cute dog. I need a dog like that. It's so fluffy. I bet it's so soft. I love dogs. And your dog looks so soft. That dog looks so soft. I want that dog. What'd Judy say? I missed it. Hold on. I'm going back up. Judy. Yeah, Judy, BHB does need psychological help. A little bit, Scooter McBooters. I feel a little like yesterday, last night when I came on the live, I think I'm just a little tired. But I'm starting to feel better actually now. Like last night on the live, my throat's a little scratchy, but no, I thought that I was getting something. I haven't, knock on wood, I have not been sick in 10 years. I think God decided, okay, we gave this girl all this metal, we took her eye from her, like we're going to give her a break and we're not going to give her colds because I don't get colds or flu or any of that. But every year I get my flu shot because my mama told me one year to get your flu shot, and I do every year now because if I don't, I know I'll get the flu. But I didn't sleep very well for 2 days, and when I do that, my immune system like goes down to where I feel like I'm like congested and I feel a little like I have a cold or something. But yeah, no. You hate dead air too? Yeah, you have kids. Yeah, no, I hate that when or they're like, hold on, or like I mean, sometimes I have to tell y'all to hold on for a minute or I say but when it's like through the whole program, it's like, oh my, it's like, let's get on with it. I know, Scooter McBooters, I really do. I have a really good immune system. It used to be really bad. My white blood cell count was low or something, but I think that's what it is. So I get it now. I get the flu shot, Cheryl, just because I never got one, but I think it was the year my mom passed away or the year before. It was the year. It was the year my mom passed away. She asked me, before she passed, she said she passed in October. This was like August, September. She asked me if I got my flu shot. And I was like, Mom, I've never had a flu shot. Like, why are you asking me this? Like, you know what I mean? And she's like, Tanya, I had the flu one time and I thought I was going to die. And my mom was such a strong person. I was like, oh my God. So I went and got a flu shot. And now every year I get it. Just because if I feel like if I don't, I'm going to get sick because your mom's always right, Moms are always right. So now I'm always like, I got mine for this year already. She's the only person in her group that has freedom of speech. That's right. Really? You got one in the 90s, you were sick right after? They say they put a little bit of I think the sickness into you so your body fights it off. Maybe your body couldn't fight it off. Victoria, I think that's how it is here too. I think we had an air quality alert. Really? Oh man, Captain. I never had the flu. Oh yeah. I get all of them too, Stephanie. I just get them when the doctor tells me to. He's 26 pounds. He's cute. He's really cute. Like that dog was so fluffy. My dogs are not fluffy. Oh wait, there's my cat. Oh, the cat's in the other bed for once. I'm blessed. I am. I'm blessed. I just looked at the cat and the dog and they're sleeping. They're adorable. But I'm gonna jump off here. Vincent should be home any moment. And I washed our couch. So like our couch has cushions that you can unzipper and like the pillowcases and then the back cushions and everything because it's a really big couch. And he doesn't realize that I took everything apart, so now he has to put it all back together because I'm not good at putting it back together. So I'm going to jump off here, but I will be back tonight at 9:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think we're going to talk about Mamta Bat tonight. She's the mother that's missing in Virginia. Her husband's been arrested for her or the concealment of a body, but there's some new stuff that's been coming out. So Nancy Grace came out with something. Who else? Nancy Grace, Vinnie Politan, Law and Crime. Everybody's jumping on this. And I'm like, wow. And I saw someone say they needed a Tanya shirt. I'm gonna make some shirts eventually for the store or for this part of not the store, I have a store, so not my boutique, but for the channel. But yeah. Have a great afternoon, everybody. I hope I have anemia too. Anemia. Yeah, it's in my paperwork. I didn't even know. I'm like, oh wow, learn something new every day. But thank you guys all so much for being here. And I am going to tell my story sometime on the channel. I want to do that. But I appreciate you guys all being here today. Continue to keep your eyes out for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, because that's really who is this center. That should be the center focus of this case. And I feel like this case is going to eventually start to die down because people are going to get sick of listening to the conspiracy so much. They just are. They're just going to be like, okay, we've heard this for the 100th time. But thank you guys again for being here. I'll be back tonight. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you later. Bye, guys.